Bringing you this media critique show is hard. On most days, watching TV news and bringing this program to you is difficult. Going through fake news, hate news, news on so-called jihad, and then trying to turn it funny is hard. But this show may be the hardest I've ever done. A chilling video emerged from Manipur last night. It's unbearable to watch. It's ghastly, and I can't believe this happened. 3 women were paraded naked by a mob of men. One of the women was in her 50s, another in her 40s, and a third one in her 20s. The video shows women completely naked. They are being taken forcefully by a mob of men who are groping their private parts. You can hear the women sobbing in the video. It's a small clip, but you can still hear them sobbing. One of the women in the video has spoken up now, and here's what we know about this ghastly story so far. This happened over 2 months ago. A viral fake news message started doing the rounds soon after violence broke out in Manipur. The message had an image of a woman's body wrapped in plastic, and it said that a Meitei woman had been raped by cookies. On May 4th, in a revenge act, a Meitei mob of 800 to 1,000 men carrying sophisticated weapons like AK rifles entered a village. The sick justification of the mob was that if a Meitei woman had been raped, it was now time to exact revenge from Kuki women. The mob started attacking a Kuki family, seeking revenge. The family comprised a 56-year-old man, his 19-year-old son, and his 21-year-old daughter. 2 other women were also part of this group. The police somehow rescued them, but then the mob managed to grab the women from the police custody. All the 3 women of this group were physically forced to remove their clothes and were stripped naked. The 21-year-old woman was allegedly brutally gang raped by the mob, and her brother and her father were killed. Her brother died trying to save her. One of the women from this group has spoken to the media. Here's what she has said. When we resisted, they told me, if you don't take off your clothes, we will kill you. The woman said she took off every item of clothing only in order to protect myself. After the viral video emerged, the woman who was gang raped, her husband spoke to the Indian Express and said, the police picked us up from near home and took us a little away from the village and left us on the road with the mob. We were given to them by the police. The woman who was raped said she doesn't recognize all the men in the mob, but was able to recognize a few of them, including one who she said she had known to be a friend of her brother. The story about the rapes amid Manipur violence was first reported by The Print on July 12th. Back then, Newslaundry acknowledged this report in a media critique column and even questioned why the mainstream media had failed to report such crimes in Manipur. The Print reporter who got the story is Sonal Matharu, and I urge you to read her report. There's a very important detail that she's given in her story. The detail about fake news that had spread in Churachandpur about a Meitei woman being raped by cookies. That fake news was accompanied by a picture of a woman's dead body wrapped in plastic. And that photo is of an old honor-killing incident from Delhi. It had nothing to do with Manipur. This is a real case of fake news leading to deadly, dehumanizing violence. So please think next time before you forward that WhatsApp message. I want you to pay attention to one more thing. This ghastly story was first reported by a digital media organization, The Print. Then on Wednesday, that is yesterday, the video of the incident was going viral online on Twitter and across social media platforms. At 8:57 p.m., Scroll authenticated that video and spoke to one of the victims. And at 9 p.m., our TV news channels that have expensive budgets, resources, ad money, whose anchors travel to New York and France to follow Modiji's every step, every handshake, they reported on this video. They had reporters on the ground who verified it and spoke to the victims. Right? Arnab, the nationalist news anchor, #1, fastest channel ever, top TRPs. I mean, no news ever escapes his nose. What was his prime time debate last night?
This is a love story. Love हो गया. Love हो गया. अब हम क्या करें? Tonight, it's time we ask, or rather we demand, #Go back Seema, send Seema back.
Go back, Seema Haider. सीमा हैदर। अर्नब की हिंदी चैनल में मणिपुर से शायद 10 गुना ज्यादा सीमा हैदर पे प्राइम टाइम शोज हुए होंगे। So, how many debates did Arnab Goswami do since the violence broke out in Manipur till the time of the release of the viral video? 1 debate. 2 discussions on Seema Haider. सीमा हैदर ने पबजी किसके साथ खेला, कब खेला, जासूस है या प्रेमिका, देखो देखो सीमा हैदर का नया रील. This has been the viral news of this week till last night at least. Across primetime channels, across primetime anchors and across primetime shows, Seema Haider trumped Manipur.
Is this the way things are going to be? That any Pakistani can walk over and say, I've fallen in love, you see. I've fallen in love.
सीमा बनी सच्ची सनातनी तो फांसी मांगे पाकिस्तानी.
Is Seema really a love-lorn woman or a Pakistani spy in disguise? कहानी सीमा हैदर की कुछ टेढ़ी है. सवाल ये है कि is she a risk? It's a very intriguing story, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to follow this story.
सीमा हैदर को हवाले करने का अल्टीमेटम देकर पाकिस्तान के सिंध में हिंदुओं को निशाना बनाया जा रहा है.
पूछताछ में पता चला कि सीमा ने सचिन से पहले भी कई लोगों से संपर्क किया. कल तक तो कह रही थी पबजी खेलते खेलते प्यार हो गया था. अब पता चल रहा है कई और लोगों से संपर्क कर रही थी.
सिंदूर और कलावा कहीं आईएसआई का छलावा तो नहीं है.
Can you believe this ridiculous story?
भारत के समाज ने उन्हें स्वीकार कर लिया एक तरीके से, लेकिन अब पाकिस्तान का समाज देखिए. पाकिस्तान का समाज सिर्फ धर्म की वजह से, क्योंकि सीमा ने अपना धर्म परिवर्तन कर लिया, इस्लाम को छोड़कर हिंदू धर्म को अपना लिया, यही बात पाकिस्तान के समाज को, वहां की महिलाओं को, वहां के लोगों को सबसे ज्यादा बुरी लग रही है.
सुधीर, देश के सबसे बड़े राष्ट्रवादी एंकर. What was he doing last night?
सुधीर, इस पूरे 1 साल में आपने एक बार भी छुट्टी नहीं ली और हर रोज ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट में लोगों के लिए बड़ी खबरों का विश्लेषण किया. क्या आप इस 1 साल में थके नहीं?
वाह वाह सुधीर चौधरी, celebrating his 1-year anniversary at Aaj Tak by getting the AI anchor to ask him some very intelligent questions. खैर, अगर टीवी न्यूज पे असली इंटेलिजेंस ऐसी है,
Why don't you get tired?
तो आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस कैसी ही होगी. आज तक चैनल का टैगलाइन है सबसे तेज, है ना. सबसे तेज खबरें इनके पास आती हैं. वायरल वीडियोस तो सुधीर का फेवरेट टॉपिक है. हाउ मेनी वायरल वीडियोस हैज ही शोन ऑन हिज प्राइम टाइम? For some reason, the viral video from Manipur escaped his attention because I guess Seema was going more viral.
जवान का जो ट्रेलर है वो अभी 2 दिन पहले ही आया है. उस ट्रेलर के जितने व्यूज हैं उससे ज्यादा व्यूज आपके वीडियोस के मिल रहे हैं.
सुधीर चौधरी ने मणिपुर पे कितनी डिबेट्स करी since the violence broke out? 2 debates. 3 debates on Seema Haider. Aaj Tak even sent a reporter all the way to Nepal to find out the truth behind Seema's honeymoon videos. But sending a reporter to Manipur to speak to rape survivors, that was too hard. Remember, the video had been going viral all of Wednesday, and it was even authenticated by 8:57 p.m. like I said by Scroll. But still, this breaking news champion couldn't find space for it at his 9 p.m. debate. What about India Today's biggest nationalist news anchor? This guy, he's got a show called India First. He goes to France, he goes to US, he's even gone to Ukraine and Taiwan for conflict reporting. But of course, he hasn't been to Manipur yet. Then you have this guy who went all the way to US to do a segment on the homeless people of New York.
इंतजार कर रहे हैं कि वहां एक आदमी जो खड़ा है वो उनको खाना खिलाएगा. ये अमेरिका की गरीबी जो दिखाई नहीं जाती कई बार, वो आपको देखनी चाहिए. इनमें से कई लोग ऐसे हैं जिनके पास रहने के लिए घर नहीं है. इनमें से कई लोग ऐसे हैं जिनके पास खाने के लिए नहीं है. ये वो गरीब लोग हैं जो कि लगातार ये सोचते हैं कि कोई तो उनको खाना दे दे.
NYC के होमलेस लोगों पे वीडियो करेंगे, लेकिन मणिपुर के रेफ्यूजी कैंप्स पे कभी नहीं जाएंगे. सुशांत स्कोर ऑन डिस्कशंस ऑन मणिपुर, व्हाट वाज दैट लाइक? सुशांत की न्यूज की पाठशाला में मणिपुर पे कितनी क्लासें लगी पिछले 2 से ज्यादा महीनों में? 1. सुशांत ने सीमा की क्लास लेकिन बहुत लगाई, 6 discussions. So basically, all these channels who claim to bring you #1 news, fastest news, breaking exclusives were just unable to get you the report of sexual violence in Manipur. Usually, these channels are very quick to pick up viral videos from social media. They run their entire primetime debates on viral videos. They pick up tweets and do hours and hours in programming on tweets and viral videos. But somehow, a viral video from Manipur showing us the most ghastly visuals escaped their notice for almost a day. You see, TV is a visual medium. You can't run a story if you don't have the visuals. The more dramatic the visuals, the better. Exclusive footage, viral videos. How many times have you heard this phrase when you watch television news? We have exclusive footage of Sushant Singh Rajput's dead body. We'll show you all the marks on his dead body. We have exclusive footage of Rahul Gandhi watching Star Wars.
Rahul Gandhi was watching Star Wars in a cinema.
We have exclusive footage of Modi meditating in a cave in Kedarnath.
Where Prime Minister Narendra Modi has just emerged from his cave after meditating through the night last night.
ये देखिए, हम exclusive visuals ला रहे हैं आपके लिए. बुलडोजर्स को घर गिराते हुए दिखा रहे हैं आपको. देखिए कैसे बुलडोजर एक्शन हो रहा है.
जैसे ये जूस कॉर्नर है, इसको पूरा नहीं गिराया आपने, सिर्फ लिंटर गिराया, ऊपर वाला पार्ट गिराया. इसकी क्या वजह है?
देखो वायरल वीडियो, योगी बिल्ली से बात कर रहे हैं. बेहद दिलचस्प.
एक बिल्ली सीएम योगी की कुर्सी पर जा बैठे. जब मुख्यमंत्री वहां पर पहुंचे तो क्या हुआ, आप खुद देखिए और सुनिए.
अरे रिपब्लिक भारत में सीमा भाभी का लाइव डांस तो देखो.
पाकिस्तान में डांस के कई वीडियोस उसने इस तरीके से बनाए हैं. भारत में मुंह दिखाई की रस्म पर भी उसने डांस किया था. सचिन के घर का वो वीडियो भी सामने आया था.
पूरा खेल ही वायरल वीडियोस का है. Yet, a viral video with the most ghastly visual missed their attention. I'm not saying they should show the Manipur video. No one should show that video. But they could do that thing that journalists do. Authenticate the video, verify it, speak to victims, do what Print and Scroll did, demand accountability, ask questions of CM Biren Singh and Home Minister Amit Shah. Amit Shah bol diya! Don't politicize the issue, okay? Now, I am recording this show on Thursday morning and I'm very certain that tonight, at least, all these anchors will discuss Manipur. Finally tonight, Arnab will wake up to the viral video. नविका को भी बहुत दुख होगा. सुधीर भी दुख भरा लेक्चर देंगे और फिर बोलेंगे कि विपक्षी दल इस वीडियो पे राजनीति कर रहे हैं. क्यों कर रहे हैं? Arnab will say, why is the opposition politicizing this rape case? गुल्लू जिसे मणिपुर की कैपिटल भी नहीं पता होगी, उसने तो सुबह सुबह उठ के ट्वीट भी कर दिया. जो लुटियंस लॉबी इसे राजनीतिक कार्ड बना रहे हैं वो सावधान रहें. यार गुल्लू, पत्रकार के तौर पे तुमसे पत्रकारिता तो होती नहीं. एटलीस्ट राजनेता को राजनीति तो करने दो. ऑल्सो ये बंदा ट्वीट कैसे कर लेता है यार. आई मीन गुल्लू, योर ओनली रेलिवेंस इज एज अ मीम. दैट्स योर बिगेस्ट कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन टू जर्नलिज्म. योर अ मीम. तो भाई मणिपुर पे ज्ञान मत ही दो. देश की सबसे बड़ी बहस जो गुल्लू करता है रोज रात, उस पे वैसे मणिपुर पे कितनी डिबेट्स हुई? मर्यादा मैन, मणिपुर पे कितनी डिबेट्स करी आपने? 0, 0, अंडा. सीमा हैदर पे भी 0, 0, अंडा डिस्कशंस. अमीश को बस मोदी जी से मतलब है. मणिपुर जाए भाड़ में. सीमा हैदर वो कौन है? मुझे बस मोदी मोदी करना है. एनीवे, अमीश चैनल more than made up for his lack of discussions on Seema Haider. Just see their thumbnails. कैमरे पर दिखा सीमा सचिन का प्यार, कैमरे पर गाया रोमांटिक गाना. जासूस सीमा हैदर ने सचिन को जहर दे दिया. जासूस सीमा हैदर ने सचिन को मार डाला. आईएसआई की नागिन ने सचिन को डसा. मैं जेल जाने को तैयार हूँ, मुझे पाकिस्तान मत भेजो योगी जी. जासूस सीमा हैदर का कत्ल हो गया. पहले इन लोगों ने सचिन को मारा, अब सीमा को मार दिया. भाई न्यूज को ही मार दो. Let me say this, if politicians don't politicize this video, then we may as well stop calling ourselves a democracy. It is the job of the politician to make Manipur and the total lack of law and order there the biggest political issue. This incident happened on May 4th. It took 2 months for us to even realize that this had happened. No person had been arrested till today. As I record this show, after the video went viral, 1 person was arrested. It took them more than 2 months to act. Did the CM and the Home Minister not know this? And what about Prime Minister? He's been silent on Manipur for all these months and finally he spoke today.
मणिपुर की जो घटना सामने आई है, किसी भी सभ्य समाज के लिए ये शर्मसार करने वाली घटना है. और मैं देशवासियों को विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं, किसी भी गुनहगार को बख्शा नहीं जाएगा. कानून अपनी पूरी शक्ति से, पूरी सख्ती से एक के बाद एक कदम उठाएगा. मणिपुर की इन बेटियों के साथ जो हुआ है, इसको कभी माफ नहीं किया जा सकता है.
So what forced the Prime Minister to finally utter the word Manipur? The video has shocked everyone, and finally, he was forced to speak. And that is the power of visuals. TV news is a visual medium. It could have been a powerful visual medium if it wasn't being such a lapdog to the governing elite. Ideally, the Manipur story should have played 24/7 on the country's most powerful visual medium, TV news, and the Prime Minister should have been forced to be accountable by primetime anchors. Instead, all we get is gullu Arnab type chaplus. Question पूछना तो दूर की बात है. If organizations like Scroll, Print and Indian Express and many newspapers had not reported on the viral video and spoken to the victim, Gullu and Arnab types would have still been debating Seema and Sachin की प्रेम कहानी. इन लोग से बस अब उम्मीद करना ही छोड़ देना चाहिए.
इस देश में हर महिला को सुरक्षित रहने का अधिकार है, चाहे वो किसी भी राज्य की हो. हालांकि प्रधानमंत्री मोदी के इस बयान पर राजनीति शुरू हो गई है, यानी ये रेप पर राजनीति है.
रेप पर राजनीति है.
मणिपुर पर बवाल और राजस्थान बंगाल पर चुप रहने वालों की भी आज क्लास लगेगी. महिलाओं की इतनी चिंता है तो हर जगह बराबर चिंता क्यों नहीं दिखाते ये लोग?
क्या विपक्ष के हंगामे से ऐसे संवेदनशील मुद्दों का समाधान निकाला जाएगा? ये आज एक बड़ा सवाल है.
मणिपुर में जो आक्रोश है, वैसा आक्रोश राजस्थान में महिला सुरक्षा या 6 महीने की बच्ची को परिवार सहित जोधपुर में जिंदा जलाने को लेकर नजर आया क्या?
जब 4 मई का वीडियो संसद सत्र शुरू होने के ठीक एक दिन पहले वायरल होता है तो सवाल पब्लिक का ये भी खड़ा होता है, क्या मणिपुर पर संवेदना से कहीं ज्यादा सियासत हो रही है?
क्या रखा है सियासत में नविका? सियासत तो चलती रहेगी, छोड़ो ये सब बातें. नाइस साड़ी बाय द वे, वेयर डिड यू गेट इट फ्रॉम? Wardrobe courtesy Fronteras. Times now, Bharat. Times now.
Politics in this case is dangerous. Politics is not necessary. Politics is against the national interest.
Don't politicize this. Remember, when you hear someone saying this, they're usually trying to protect some political grouping or the other, and they're not serving public interest, which is what news is supposed to do, to make the invisible visible, so some action can be taken and pressure builds up through awareness. There can be many reasons to show the images or videos and enough to not show them. You can decide to show this video because you think that it's the only way to shake the system, politics and society in general from their apathetic slumber. It's important to inform people of what's happening, to show the true face of our society and our administration, and so you decide to show this video. The reason to not show this video can range from the fact that it can trigger many people, it can have an adverse impact on young children since they also watch news, or plain decency. You want to protect plain decency no matter how indecent the act was. Don't forget that circulation of this video is additional trauma for the women who are in the video. But what could be the reason for the government banning the video, for internet shutdowns? Why is the government telling Twitter to take this video down? Do they care about your children? Do they want to protect your children? Do they want to protect public decency? Do you remember this incident? This is a party that gave a ticket to the man who called Bilkis Banu's rapist Sanskari. So do you really think they care about decency, or do they want to prevent outrage and accountability that is being sought from them for the first time on Manipur after this video emerged? What do you think it is? Is the government protecting your sense of decency, or is the government protecting itself from shame and pressure this has generated? Think about it. News should be making the invisible problems visible, and governments will always ensure they make the visible problems invisible. So you can go back to the entertainment fights primetime provides and the Seema Sachin, Riya Kala Jadoo type nonsense.
आज तक ने तीखे सवाल पूछे.
गौरव सावंत ने तीखे सवाल पूछे अमित शाह से, मोदी से,
सीमा हैदर से.
सीमा हैदर से.
Think about it. Take a moment and really think about it. Tell others it's important, it matters. Thank you everyone for contributing to our NL Sena project on Manipur. Our reporters will be landing in Imphal on Monday. If you have any story ideas for us, you can mail them to us. The email address is flashing on your screen. We'll try and bring you as much ground reports as possible, first-person accounts, and we'll really try and ask tough questions of the state administration. Remember that while it's important to critique the media, it's important to call out primetime anchors who don't serve the public. It's also very important to share news reports that are doing good job. So please do read the Prince report, read the Scrolls report, support them if you'd like to, and check out all our reporting on Manipur that we've been able to do so far sitting in Delhi. In fact, after the viral video was released on July 20th, Newslaundry broke the story on how NCW had ignored the complaints of kooky women. We're a small independent news organization and we're able to do the reporting that we can because you support us. So if you like our work, don't forget to log on to newslaundry.com/subscription and support our work. We hope we can bring you some authentic, good ground report from Manipur in the coming week.